Hey, Mrparka here to review one of the older flicks from Adam Albrecht, and it's called The Burnt House. This is a Blu-ray here. It stars J.D. Brown and it's Monica Knight. And this, I actually was pleasantly surprised by this. I really wasn't sure what to expect. I knew it was a ghost story, but I was familiar with Adam's other movies, The Cemetery and Crossbearer, which I enjoyed. I liked The Cemetery quite a bit more. Just because more of the plot is more up my alley. But I'm not a huge fan of ghost stories, I must first say. But newer ones, I really like this one. I really was surprised by it. The film has a pretty good story, and it's really kind of about living in a cycle, kind of history repeating itself, and also it's definitely like the history repeats itself, but it plays against some of those things in here. Essentially, we follow the story of kind of like a broken couple, J.D. Brown and his wife, and they end up, their baby dies of infant, death syndrome, and instant death, or infant death syndrome. There it goes. It's hard. It's kind of a weird tongue twister for me for some reason. And then his mother dies, and so he moves back to his old Pennsylvania, kind of isolated home with his wife, and he wants a new start and things like that. But throughout the film, we are sprinkled with pieces of the past, such as what happened with his grandfather and his father, and it just seems like a long line of violence committed by his family to someone else. So the movie is setting up that Joe, who's JD's gonna snap. He has like this Jack Nicholson type persona about him in this film. He's just kind of ticking, he's crazy, and more about his childhood is exposed throughout the story. And the lady starts to crack as well, and you find some more things about her life, her personal life, that would lead to this, and it almost is like setting up for history to repeat itself.
Must have dozed off. Just had this dream. I'm packed in with all these people, like sardines, and the air is just charred. My eyes are on fire. Women and children crying, choking, and I can feel it. They're looking for me for help. Save them. I can't. I'm trapped in there too. And it gets so hot. And everybody's pushing, screaming. I can hear the crackle. Hot wood, burned flesh. I don't want to die, but it's inevitable. There's no way out. You should go to bed. I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
I don't want to give too much away, but some of my favorite things about the film were the splices in about the burn victims. I don't want to give too much away, but they would just show these crazy splices, natural born killer style, and screaming, and the sound and the cuts. They really actually are pretty scary, and they do set up some rewarding scares, some very creepy things. They build up these. They have both kind of scares. They do with the the splicing. It kind of gets you the sound scare and the visual scare, but it's generally creepy looking. And so they get that, and then they have their earn scares, their build-up scares. They're both really well done in this film, and I actually found myself being a little creeped out by it. And I'm typically not easily scared or creeped out, but two good lead performances, I thought. Some good special effects when they're needed, and generally good ghost story that only was shot at the one location really, and it's really creepy stuff here. The lead performances really helped a lot, and it's not necessarily like it shows a whole bunch of graphic stuff, but a lot of the subject matters in here are pretty graphic. I like how the end of the movie played against a lot of the setup, which I thought was kind of a unique way to do it, and I'd recommend this one. I liked it. I haven't seen Cemetery in a while, but I think I liked it more than Crossbear. I give this one a thumbs up. I say check it out if you guys can find it. I think this one's actually in my contest. You can win a DVD of it. This is the Blu-ray, of course, from Invincible Pictures, but you can win a DVD of it if you go to my contest video, along with a slew of other things. But that's Adam Albrandt's Burnt House. Pretty cool flick with good performances. Take care.